Just watched an interview with Bob Geldof, aging philanthropist, on the South to North programme. Bob had some interesting things to say. The agents of change in our world are the politicians. Engage them, Geldof said. He refers to himself in the third person in this interview. Quote, "All generations fail, but ours more spectacularly than most." Then he says, quote, "Young people need to be radical because they have everything to gain. Old people are radical because they've got nothing to lose." Bob goes on to say, "Your generation will fail as well." He says this to Haru Mutaza, the young lady interviewing him. So Bob says, if you seriously think you'll escape this century without horrendous wars, without awful plagues, without deadly famines, if you think you'll escape that, forget it. I've listened to Bob Geldof speak quite a few times over the years. Okay, so he's clued up. He's a passionate guy who's not without intelligence. Speaks his mind. I can respect that. He's a proactive bloke who's gone out of his way to help others during his life. Yeah. He can be strident. Maybe that's called for sometimes. I see him as being a bit conceited. Just my opinion. Bob had some fairly gloomy things to say in Johannesburg recently. I guess we can all be a bit gloomy at times, right? Well, maybe not everyone, I don't know. So apparently, Bob Geldof is set to be the first Irishman to go into space next year on a commercial flight. I say, good for you, dude. Nice one. I've got mixed feelings about Bob Geldof, I must admit. On the one hand, he's a bloke who's done a lot for charity, for good causes. Yeah, but then sometimes I look at him, or I hear him speak, and I see some self-important pop star. I've heard some people say what I would deem to be pretty nasty stuff about Bob Geldof before, but I'm not going to go into that. Here's a quote that's attributed to Bob. "You can't trust politicians. It doesn't matter who makes a political speech. It's all lies." And it applies to any rock star who wants to make a political speech as well. End quote. So, what are you saying here, Bob? You're a rock star, right? Have all your political speeches been lies? I don't know, maybe he was trying to be funny here. Maybe. He was encouraging people to engage with the politicians in that interview I just watched. Engage with the, quote, agents of change. Engage with the liars who cannot be trusted, right, Bob? Anyway, peace.